it says hello as the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and nowhere there to go. They're just cruising by, singing a song or two for you and I. The ocean meets the sand and whispers to it too, come dance with me and lose yourself deep in the sea. Oh, the world, it works so beautifully together. Oh, the world, it seems in harmony. Why can't you and I live together in harmony? The butterfly emerges from deep within the cocoon. It was hiding for a while, getting ready to show its beauty and change. The winds begin to blow and dance with the tree, just like me and you. When we were once born, the world is there together as one. The world is there together in harmony. Why can't we live together and understand who we are? Why do wars make us better when we feel like we are hurt? Why can't we love one another and give it all a chance to dance? The world, it flows so beautifully. It dances with the planets, and the stars light the way. And the universe says, you are one with me. Why can't we learn to live together as one? Why can't we learn to love everyone? Oh, the world is in harmony if we follow the sun and moon and stars and the universe and dance as one in harmony. In harmony, you and me, we are one.
And we are one in harmony. Yes, indeed, everyone. We are one in harmony, and we all are navigating these unprecedented times. I imagine that'll be the Word of 2020, unprecedented times, right up there with pandemic. And I guess hashtag this sucks. But here we are. We are navigating it to the best of our ability, and we're in it together. But of course, we're not all in it together in the same way, because each one of us has experiences and lessons and things that we are learning from this time out, so to speak. So you might sit with your angel and say, hey angels, have we been like bad humans and that's why we're on a timeout? You might go outside and sit on the grass and talk to Mother Nature and say to Mother Nature, what's the matter? We weren't taking care of you? You might sit and have a conversation with the animals in the insect world, and you might go over and visit the ocean, those of you who are close enough, and say, what's the real story? Because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that is for the greater good. And it's a very transformative time. And change, as many of you know, is painful, uncomfortable. Even when we're little and we're getting ready to grow, start to get some aches and pains. Little boys and little girls will say, Mom, my bones hurt, because they're growing a little faster than their body's quite ready for. But we go through growth spurts, and boy, oh boy, everyone, is this a growth spurt. But what's your story? What's your part in all of this? What did you come to this planet to do, to be a part of this experience? Because maybe you didn't read the fine print in your contract, but you signed up for this. You signed up to be a part of a pandemic. You signed up. I can hear people now watching me going, Sarah, I didn't sign up for this. Yes, you did. In your soul, there was a prompting, a knowing that said, I'm ready for the task. And I've come to do great things. And great things are varied. So some great things are those that are out in the front lines. Others are the person behind the scenes, making sure that things get done. It's that caring individual who's in the corner in their little apartment sewing masks to be of assistance to others. It's that person who's making sure that that school or that restaurant, when they reopen, that they're sanitized, they're clean, they're ready. It's that person who, when they're walking down the street, notices a piece of garbage on the ground and picks it up and makes sure it hits the garbage can. You see, each one of us has contributions to this world. And no contribution is less significant than the other, because we are all intrinsically woven in the wonderful tapestry of life. I love when they give me words that I can barely pronounce, but there is this intricacy of this connection between all of us, and this intrinsic connection is transcending time. We are here because we chose to be. We are here to right the injustices. We are here to stand up for truth. And we're also here to not judge. What is your truth may not be another's truth, and it is not for you to convince them. Because to convince or try to talk to a non-believer, you appear as a fool. So if you believe your path is the right one, then walk on by. Keep on walking down the path, because that's your path. But your soul has a story, and often we tend to hitch on to the human story. The human story of maybe something that happened to you when you were younger, or something that happened as a teenager. Maybe it was something that happened in your adult life, unjustly fired from a job. Maybe there's a lawsuit pending that you didn't win because of injustices. There's things that you're waiting for in life that don't seem to be moving. And you came to this life to live a different purpose, a different meaning, but you're getting hung up on these things in life that are complicated. They're of the world. They're of man's justice, not divine justice. Maybe there's an injustice in a family agreement. Maybe there's disharmony in family. Maybe there's a single mother out there who feels hurt and wounded that she's raising her child or children by herself, and she works hard for the money and no one else is assisting her on the way. And she feels forgotten and neglected and unimportant and betrayed by the man who said he would love her and then isn't with her. And there she is with the children. You see, there's so many stories and you all hear them. And we're all telling stories right now too. We're telling stories about, well, things going on in the world. We're talking about politics. We're talking about what one city is doing in another. We're talking about beaches in California. We're talking about beaches in South Florida being open. We're talking about when is the one city going to open as opposed to another, what state is doing what, and what needs to be done, and these are the stories. But what is your story? What is the story that defines you? These external stories, although they impact life, they infuse their energy into our experience, they do not define you. You will not be defined by these times. These times will shape you to look at things differently. These times will awaken your strength, your courage, your ability to align with Source, your connection with your guides and your angels. These times are calling to your soul. These times are not asking for your human self to step into fear and worry and be consumed by impending doom or financial scarcity and lack or even food lack. These times are not calling you for that. The world is beating a drum, saying these are the circumstances and conditions, and your soul is saying, follow me. Your soul is calling you to rise up from within and do what you feel called to do. To rise up from within and be kind and generous and wake up and follow the prompting that Spirit will lead you to the very next right thing, so that all these things that they talk about, all these things that are going on, they do not impact you. You will be remembered for who you are, not for what you have. Not for your great accomplishments. You'll be remembered for who you are. You'll be remembered for your ability to have been of service. You'll be remembered for your divine inspiration and creativity. You will be remembered, your blueprint on this planet, in this tapestry of life, the thread of you will be woven in the hearts of many if you allow it. Or you could be just a little thread to accentuate some aspect of living that got derailed by fear and lack and hurt and pain, and a story that you allowed to control your thoughts, your ability to center yourself, your ability to be connected to God, and your ability to love. You cannot lick your wounds forever. You cannot carry your wounds like a badge of honor and expect to attract anything other than more wounds. Your story is bigger than that. Your wounds are the highlight for you to appreciate the ability to love. They give you the contrast for you to stay in gratitude, appreciation, to be in the grace of the divine, to align yourself with Source. Why would we want to repeat the story? Look where we are now as a nation. Look where we are now as a world. History's repeating itself. 102 years later, history's repeating itself. What's your story? What story are you repeating that with awareness and preparedness and connectivity could be avoided? This is the wake-up call for you to align with all the colors and the beauty and the greatness that is you, and to allow yourself to weave a path of greatness. And not one of you is insignificant. Each one of you has a great capacity within you, within your heart, within your soul. Each one of you is a creative divine being that has a unique essence to be expressed, contributing to the force of love and the force of God on this earth. Why would you want to lose yourself in stories? Because we were raised on stories. Our grandfather, our grandmother, they sat us down and they told us the stories of the Great Depression, the years of war, plagues, loss. They taught us with their fear. They taught us by how they reacted. And of course, they taught us with their love. But how many grandparents and parents, when teaching us how life really is, sat us down and said, wow, let me tell you how great life is. Let me tell you about the beauty that life brings. And when it looks like you're getting a bunch of lemons, just squeeze them real hard. Lemonade's going to come, and it's going to taste really good when it finally gets there. And you're going to appreciate it that much more. And you can weather any storm. And no matter how dark it gets, there's always a light. Did your parents share that with you? Or was that later in life when you met a role model, a mentor, maybe even a college professor? Someone who gave you a glimmer of like, wait a minute, it's not quite exactly the way my parents showed me. Although they meant well, their stories, not your story. You're designing your own story. And all of a sudden the light bulb goes on. And so many of us were in this great light bulb moment. So many of you since 2012 have had the awakening. You've been gearing up and learning about your spirituality. There's so many times that they said things were going to happen in the world and it never really mounted to anything catastrophic. And if it did, you saw you had navigated through, so you had built up your courage, you had built up your resources, you built up your angelic connections, you studied, you learned, you built, you worked, you earned money. When a job wasn't good enough, you were learning to step away from your story of not being good enough, and were stepping into better financial dynamics. You were listening to the hopeful news that said, we're tracking on great heights. Amazing things are coming. And then you woke up in 2020 and they handed you a pandemic. And you said, okay, all of my spiritual learning from 2012 and before, I don't think it's good enough for this one. But it's not what you learned in this life that is going to define this experience for you. It's your looking inside and realizing what you already know and appreciating who you are and the magnificence that life is. And that the beauty is not always in the external outer activities. Yes, it's great to go out, to eat, to gather, to go to movies, go to baseball, football, go to the theater, go dancing. These are great activities. And they bring us together and they give us external stimulation. And now we're all being forced to face our story. We're all being forced to look in and see what really makes you tick. If we remove all the external stimuli, what is there really in life? And what part of the charade never really made you happy anyhow? What part of showing up and playing a part in the role at your job, now that maybe the job is on a hold, a pause, or gone? What part of that job never really was you anyhow? What part was the external projection of what was expected to you that was void of who you really were? This break is giving you the opportunity. And when this break is over, as it begins to be lifted, and then it comes back for the 1-2 punch to remind you, you've got to take the breath of life seriously. Will you have done the work this round? What do you need to do? What do you need to change? How can you translate to something better for yourself? And what have you always dreamt of doing that, heck, throw caution to the wind, ain't much left to do, but go give it a try? What else could you do with your life? This is the reset. This is the reset of the external life for you to find the internal compass and to listen to your soul's story. The soul knows your journey, where you are, where you've been, and who you've come to meet. The soul defines you, not these external experiences. They enhance or negate. You choose. You can let this rob you of your peace of mind, your plenitude, your optimistic views, or you can embrace the fact that you know inside of you that all will be well, even if you don't know how the outside story will play, you will be well. You have that possibility. Which will you choose? And those of you who are sitting in this time asking, who have I come to be? What's my purpose? What's my mission? Who's my angel? Who's my guide? There's opportunity for you to step in and really know that answer. Not because someone else tells you, but because you know. Because you choose to wake up and breathe the breath of life and realize that the rhythm of life is the breath that comes from the flow of the universe, and you two are in harmony, as my song says, in harmony. Be at peace, be in harmony. Be still and know that God is God. You have that power. The outer chatter does not define you. You create your reality. There is awareness of things that are misaligned. Recognize them as an opportunity to grow, and choose to not let it become the defining factor of your story, and rise above it. Do what you need to do anyway. You know, during this time, we couldn't be at my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. We were, of course, asked to close as a non-essential business, and we abided by the request because we believe in not the fear, but in the recognition that life is precious and that we need to regroup emotionally, spiritually, physically, as individuals and as a collective. So we went along with what was requested. And so it proved to be a little challenging to be able to do these broadcasts, for us to continue to serve you in readings, one-on-one appointments, even get some product to those of you who needed some things in this closed down period. Really pushed us to our limits. And I most certainly can say we didn't really stop for much. We kept going. Now, as a business owner, I could have sat in the corner and went, oh my God, what am I going to do? I could have. Just like you could say, what am I going to do in whatever your situation is? Or you could say, at this minute it is what it is, but I know that the God I serve will not forsake me, and therefore somehow it'll work out. And also to remember that we're all going through a version of this story, each unique unto ourselves. No two people are enduring it the same way. It's hitting us on all different levels, all different triggers of experiences, fears, some of those core beliefs that have been conditioned inside of us. They're all at the surface, and everyone is going through changes. But the ability to disconnect from the story and sustain some level of tunnel vision and stick-to-itiveness to the mission and the purpose of who you are, especially now, is critical. Especially now when there'll be this sense of complacency that will come over everyone, and then there's still more changes coming. So you have to be able to accept what's going on as what's going on and still sustain your mission. So I encourage you all to really embrace your mission. And for some of you, your mission is to raise healthy, beautiful families. Some of you, your mission is yet to be revealed. Some of you, your mission is to write a book, to assist others, to be a nurse, to be a doctor, to be who you've come to be. The list and possibilities are infinite. You can do this. We're resilient. We were built with built-in resilience. We were created to withstand all external disruptions. We need only go within and stay centered. And for those of you who have things you need to release, to let go of, those of you who need to align with what your plan is, what your action steps will be for yourself and your family next, and what your spiritual evolution looks like, feels like, well, we've got something coming up for that too on Thursday night. We have a full moon emotional release. If there was ever a time to let it go, it's now. If there was ever a time for you to step into your divine divinity and align with who you are and make choices not just based on what external chatter is, but make your choice based on what you feel is necessary and led to do, what your soul prompts you to do. You have questions, but your soul has the answers. You make choices based on your soul now, not based on statistics. You know what is the right thing for you. And you make choices that are not rooted just in selfishness, but rather self-care, self-awareness. And when one is self-caring and compassionate with oneself, there is this energetic regard and care for another. And you will always be protected as long as your choice causes no harm to another. Any task you desire to create and do will be supported by the universe. Why? Because it causes no harm to another, and it's your soul's prompting. In this group that is watching this presentation, this Sunday Fun Day, There are many of you who have just put your foot upon your own personal greatness, or are just getting ready to make a major life change. And some of you, well, some of the circumstances have maybe forced your hand. And I'll agree, that's uncomfortable. But no matter what, as long as you have an open heart, you can do anything. And as long as you believe that the God that governs this universe is the spark of God within you, then all things are possible. But let's see what's possible here. Let's see what's coming up. I do hope you join us for 2 classes this week. I was like looking at the schedule going, what were you thinking, SarahSpiritual? But on Monday, that's tomorrow, we're going to tap in and tune in to the power of prayer and candles. I bet you didn't know that you could light a candle and, well, make a big difference in the world and really shift your awareness. A candle is a light unto the path, and it shines that light in the darkness. And then on Thursday, we've got that full moon ceremony right here live online, connecting to all of you. And the best part of that is both of these classes allow you to ask questions and share and participate, because the platform that we use for classes allows you to interact with me and the other students, and we all grow together. So I do hope you join us. The cost of the class, only $7. We are here to support you in this journey and to give you the tools that you need to navigate these unprecedented times, to know what your soul is asking you to do, and to just tune in to your angels and your guides. So I hope you join me Monday. I hope you join me Thursday. But we're here now, so I want to see what the angels and the guides, I want to see what our collective reading has for all of us, because the universe, the guides, the angels know who's here with us, and we want to answer your questions individually as well. So we're going to kind of put some things together, and while we're doing that, we've got to kind of pop on over. I know we've got some comments or something coming from Miss Helena. So let's see, Miss Helena, what's going on over with you? How are you on this Sunday? Good to see you again.
Here's my mic. I don't even have Helena cam. Hold up. I can get us Helena cam.
Get us the Helena cam.
I got all the cams. Hold on. I got makeup on today, y'all.
That's always good.
Even though my camera's not too bright, you can still kind of see. I got a little, something on the outer and the inner.
She got her eyeshadow on. And, yeah, we were playing with makeup before. So we are really excited. Helena, thank you for coming here today. And
yeah,
everyone, we've got some surprises for you. We're actually, you have the opportunity to see us in class on Monday, radio show on Wednesday, full moon celebration, relations of relaxing and connecting and getting rid of those toxic emotions, and we're going to release on Thursday. And then, what are you guys doing Friday night?
I don't know. What are you doing Friday night?
I don't know, Helena. I think we're hanging out here.
Aw, snap.
We are popping up on Friday. Mother's Day is Sunday. I can't believe it's Mother's Day already. Before you know, it's going to be 4th of July. Then it's going to be Christmas. Hold on to your hats, people. And I think this is going to be the year we're going to be all like going, how fast can it go? But we're going to savor every moment, because there's a lot of beauty in every moment. But we want to see you Friday night, too. So mark the calendar. We got a party going on here.
And then if you missed us on Tuesday when we're doing no class, you can watch us on YouTube anytime. I made a whole bunch of playlists. You can go on YouTube anytime.
I have a playlist.
You have playlists for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Sunday Fun Day, some of the quote pictures, slideshows I made for you. You got to go play on your own YouTube.
I got to play on my own time. So you know what I'm going to be doing Tuesday night?
Playing in YouTube?
No. I'm going to be doing personal readings for people. I looked at my schedule Tuesday. I start at 11:30 a.m. My last personal appointment is a 9:45 p.m. Eastern time with a client in Hawaii, and I basically go straight through. Talk about stamina. When you're in spirit energy, they keep you going. So, and all my friends are all across the globe.
This woman's nonstop, y'all.
Yeah. I say hi. Dolores is in Delaware City. She says, hey, hey, let me know where you're from, everybody. Yeah, Magda says, I've got a reading with you on Saturday. Good, Magda, I'm glad you can do Saturday, because I was like, oh, please tell me you can do Saturday, because there's only so many hours at night. So thank you for joining me for that personal session. We got my friend Ruth Ann McDonald. Ruth, miss you and love you, and say hi to Bill for me. Have to go see you in North Carolina in your new pad. And let's see who else we've got. We got Joanne Lipton from upstate New York. We got Corey on. Good to see you. Dolores Bermudez is in West Palm Beach. Thank you, Joy Christina Wright, for sharing. I got Tammy in Australia. Desiree's in Florida. Let me know, peeps, where you are. We're going to do a collective reading for everybody. Joanne wants to know her mission. Well, right now, mission is let's get rid of a pandemic. But we got Texas in the building. We got more West Palm. We got Minnesota from our dear friend Tina Calloway. We got Idaho. Thank you. I like Idaho. I think you guys got potatoes here, so that's a good thing. Desiree Bermuda says, how do you become a client? You go to SarahSpiritual.com and chill with us and book a personal session. Joanne is in upstate New York. Tell us, Joanne, what part of upstate New York? We've got Gary. Gary's coming in from Virginia. Virginia, Gary, good to have you here. Let's see, Ella, our good friend Ella. We got Joyce, and Joy Christina Wright is in Philadelphia. We're going to start to spread these cards out while we see where everyone's from. Patricia Crossland, good to see you there. I have some of my students here live on air with us too. Syracuse, New York. I know Syracuse well. A little chilly up there. I'm originally from New Jersey and New York, but I'm in Florida now because I like the weather. Kennebunk, Maine. We've got the Seacoast. That's always a good place. Heard they get a lot of snow. Cindy's in Georgia. I'm really liking that. Shirley's in West Palm, and Shirley is such a love because she fosters and takes care of animals, particularly dogs. So thank you, Shirley, for looking out for the animal life. I love that. We've got beautiful weather here in sunny South Florida, so any of you who don't have beautiful weather, so sorry. But we're on lockdown. They are not lightening up here in Palm Beach County, Florida, or even Miami. They're not giving us a break here yet because we're not under control here. Frank Kraft says, I thought I was financially on track, but apparently I'm not. I think everybody's saying that right now, Frank Kraft. Like, I thought I was on track for 2020. Could you imagine? Like, I think the angels and the guides, even though they don't make fun of us, but could you imagine? We were all cheering in the new year, like, woo, 2019's gone. Some people I know were so happy to be done with 18 and 19. And so excited for 2020. You go, oh, we're acting like crazy people. Woo, 2020. And the angels were sitting there going, wait for it, because when these humans get a hold of what's really going to go down, they're going to be going, give me anything but 2020. So here we are. We've got to learn to laugh through this, everyone, and see what we've got. Tina Calloway says hello to Cleo. Little Cleopatra. We've got to see where Cleopatra is. We've got to see if we can get her here.
I posted a picture on your Facebook story. She was in your chair before you got in there. She was in my chair,
yeah. She's always warming my seat for me. Of course, I think I have the furriest butt ever now. Jill Powell is in Alaska. Thank you, Jill. I always wanted to go to Alaska. So I want to go everywhere. So planets and angels are with us. Yeah, where is Cleopatra? We are going to do our group reading here.
I'm just looking around. The sun's coming in, shining, giving us some more light.
Yeah, we got the
It's
sun.
reflecting like crazy in our cameras there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I was just hearing a song. Got no diamonds, got no pearls. Still I think I'm a lucky girl. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. I got the sun for sure here in South Florida. And, well, we're coming up on a full moon, so we better do a lot of releasing on Thursday. Sarah got new cards. Oh, my. No, I didn't get new cards. No, that's my at-home deck. Anita Joseph, how are you? Good to see you. Caitlin, good to see you too. Desiree. Oh. Gary, you relapsed, but we're going to get you back on track, my friend. Let's see what else we've got going on here before we go. I got a lot of loved ones coming in too for everyone. Marlena Crow, we got Charday, Haran, good to see you. If I don't say someone's name, I'm just, Brianna's here. What's up, girl? I know I see you. Serene Compositions, that would be Sonali from the Expedito Enlightenment Center, our famous artist. Hello, Sonali, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us again. Good to see you. Hope you're staying well. Let's see what we got here. We've got to pick our cards here. Yeah, Shirley, these are just the at-home deck. They're not as worn as my original deck. Don't get excited. I will not give up my original worn cards that are at the center. But Karina, good to see you, Karina. Hola. Let's take some cards, everybody. I got my love cards over here, too. So we're going to take 3 angel cards. We've got our mystical wisdom cards for all of you. But I want to see what these angel cards we have. Helena, what are you eating over there?
Oh, it's just a kind almond and chocolate bar because I need my sweet now that I had my meat and spicy.
I had to feed her in order to get her to work. You know, Helena works for food, by the way. Okay, I'm loving this card, everyone. The first angel card is, what do you desire? Were we not just talking about that? Who are you? Who have you come to be? What are your desires? You have an opportunity. You ready for this? To write the script according to your heart's true desires. Thank you, angels, for listening. You have the opportunity, everyone, bam, to write your story. So we need to get cracking at this. Don't use this pandemic as a reason to do nothing because you just want to crawl up in a ball and hide. Because if you didn't clean the corner, you're in trouble. So get out of the corner and let's go. Joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense of everything and anything is possible. I know the angels were listening, everyone. We pulled the card of what do you desire and joy. So I am loving these cards right here. We'll just stick them there. We have to get another camera for the cards again. We got a camera for the piano because you know we're going to the piano to write you some music. We got to get another camera, Helena. And I was just talking about this. She's like, do I have enough outputs here? She's looking at the technology. Sarah wants something, but is it possible? Well, I just pulled the joy card that says anything's possible, so we're going with that. And focus on service. In our opening statement, we talked about you need to be of service. You need to fulfill your mission. What have you come for? What is your mission and purpose? What can you do to be of service to others? The simplest thing would make all the difference in the world. So I could go in my backyard, pull a bunch of mangoes and hand them out, and that would be being of service. But they're not ready to come off yet. And let's take our mystical wisdom cards. We are told to do 4 of these. So I've got 4 mystical wisdom cards here. Check Shirley out. She's watching my decks like, what she got going on? Vacation. All right, seriously, universe, we are not going anywhere. We're on lockdown. But here's the message here. Take time of relaxation and adventure. Well, we're on enough of an adventure, but this is a time for a lot of us to relax. And, well, maybe some of us, but this is a time for relaxation and to go within and to really regroup. You're not in your usual rhythm and routine. You're not in the rush of life. Life has slowed up. Mother Nature, everything is slowing up so that you can recalibrate yourself. So take this time, use it as a form of vacation, even though I know we'd all like to be somewhere sipping a margarita or just chilling out or having a wonderful time. but just relax and get in some sun. But this is our time to rest, everyone. And then we have go with the flow, let things happen. Well, we ain't got a choice but to go with the flow right now because we're in a flow. But you can redesign how the flow impacts you. And I really want everyone to begin visually and in your heart space, emotionally connecting and creating a new flow. See this taking a different turn. I know I hear wah, wah, wah on the television all day long. Wah, 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 this is going to happen. Wah, 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 that is going to happen. Oh my goodness. And I'm going, oh my goodness, you people need to shut up. That's what I'm saying. Like, enough. Like, do you like the sound of your own voices on the news? I don't know anymore. So we don't need to hear that. I heard enough. I get the gist. We're all intelligent people, right? Do you get the gist? All right, Vivian is sipping a margarita. Get in the car, woman, and deliver here to West Palm Beach.
Picture, please. Thank you.
Picture, yes. Put a picture for us, Vivian. We want a picture of the margarita.
Oh, not picture. Picture. Send us a picture.
Picture. All right, well, send a picture. Yeah. I'll take a picture at this point. I'll take anything, all right? So, listen, this is the time. Go with the flow, but you're creating your flow. And don't let the external flow dictate your experience. I know they're listening because they're mirroring everything we said in our opening statement. And children, know that your children are protected. And no matter what, you know, the angels and the guides, be like children and you're closest to God. You know, the children are so protected by God right now. And just let your children know that there's nothing to fear. We don't want to hand down to this generation fear and lack and worry and disease and disharmony and upheaval. We may be living an experience that's shifting the consciousness of mankind, but how the child interprets it is based on how you react and how you explain it to them. But remember, children watch more than what we say. They watch us. And then our next one is confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. So you have to decide what side you're on and stick up for and fight for what you believe in. And some things are not worth fighting about. Let the person believe they're right. Let them be in their experience. You don't need to convince or convey anyone else's, sway anyone else's opinion. You don't always have to convey your opinion. Just let it go and let something happen for you and just let it be. And we are going to now pick a couple of other cards, but I think we are off to a great start for all of you. And let's see, and then we've got our love cards. I love my love cards. These are beautiful. We're so special with our love cards. This is so special. So let's see here. And let's take these up a little closer. All right, everyone, this is our final message for the collective. So I want everyone to focus on what you need to know, because they're talking to all of us here. Better be good. Oop. Better be real good. Oop. Guess I got my answer. Let's see what we got. You know, we may go through some difficult times, and we are all on a journey. So we're on a journey. And we may be on some uncharted territory, crossing waters that seem a little choppy. Alligator infested, virus infested, but it's okay. You can still see off in the distance your destination. Go on the journey. If you can't physically do it within your being. For a lot of us, we are concerned about our finances. There's a lot of upheaval in that. There is reward. There is financial reward that will come for us. There are some of you, particularly those of you who seem to be a Pisces, you seem to be like a fish out of water right now. You don't really know what to do, and you're trying to act like you're okay, but inside you're not. Please calm your emotions. Have a talk with yourself. Don't let this derail you. And the final cards that fell is judgment. There'll be some judgments. There'll be some justice that's going to happen. There'll be some decisions that are made. Some will benefit, some may not. But you have to stand on the side of divine judgment, divine destiny, divine justice, and honor that within yourself and trust that whatever looks unjust in the outside world, the universe will right for you personally. If you believe, they will do it. And then the last two cards that flipped mean that we may not know how, We may not know when, but we will come through this fine, and we will win this battle. We will be victorious. The God that we serve will not forsake us, and this too shall pass. So I think that was great for all of you. I'm really glad that we got these messages here. So Tata Marie says, I'm a Pisces. Well, hang on to your emotions, honey. Sort through them. We're going to pull a love card for everyone. Then we're going to go to the energy of personal readings. And remember, in a little bit, we're going to do our healing and then what we ask of you. So I'm going to give you a head start, everyone. Don't tell us now, but we need some words, some phrases. We're going to write you a song. How many of you want to have your own song written for you right here, live on our Sunday Fun Day? But we're going to pull, they want me to pull 2 love cards for everyone. Those of you wanting to manifest love, I want you to focus. Come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me. Love, 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 love. You ready? 1 and 2. Let's see what we got. Oh, I love things shaped in hearts. I wish all my jewelry could be shaped in a heart. That would be cool. I do have a couple of things shaped in hearts, but I love heart-shaped things. Yes, indeed. First card, love card, is you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will be revealed. And this is the picture of the dove of peace. I love this picture. So we don't understand why we're in such turmoil, but this too shall be revealed. It's looking like there's angel stuff going on behind me in the light.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on today. Like,
really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, dove of peace. And then our next love card is sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So whether you have a primary partner or not, you wish to create this, honor the sacred union first with self, and then you'll be able to create a sacred union with another. But love is always the answer. Speaking of answers, I think everyone online wants some answers. Oh, we got someone from Athens, Greece. Constantina. Well, you must know some of my relatives. How can I get more inspiration of writing? Shall I try to publish books for kids? I like that question too. So Constantina, we're going to definitely go to Athens, Greece. So don't go anywhere. We will answer that question. I know Helena's got some questions in the queue. Every once in a while I have a say in what we do around here. Not often, because I got a lot of other people making decisions, but not often. But Athens, Greece, don't go anywhere. Constantina, good to see you here.
Make sure your question and your birthday's all in the same comment for us. It helps us display the question.
Yes, yeah, keep everything together for us. We are answering your personal questions. We are transforming. What do we got going on here, Helena? Who do we got?
Let's start right here. Tone Vidal just came in from Norway. The question is...
Norway.
I'm in need of a confirmation or a sign that what I dig or is into these days actually is authentic and right for me. Thank you and blessings.
First of all, Tone Vidal in Norway, you don't know how to be anything but you. You don't know how to be anything other than your authentic, grounded self. And for you, the way I see this energy is most certainly you are on a path of connections, networking, building pockets of growth and expansion, and this is the right next step for you. You're in need of confirmation, a sign that what you dig or into these days is actually authentic and right for you. Thank you and bless. Well, Tone, you are being authentic, and this is the next energetic shift for you, preparing you for what comes next. So go with this flow and allow the inspiration to flow through you. Allow yourself to dig it, because when you dig it, it makes it more joyful and fulfilling. And this is going to be a nice platform and stepping stone for the next 4 years. So work on this. This is going to be great for you. And thank you for joining us from Oslo, Norway. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here?
Next, I have Joanne Lipton asking about her specific spiritual world and her world mission. Yeah, what's your mission universally?
You know, Joanne, one of the greatest things for you is this change that you went through from 2018 and 2019. Whatever these catalysts for change may have been that kind of created a little bit of a shift in you, prepared you to be in a state of appreciation and a state of creation. And your specific spiritual work is articulating the connection with spirit and articulating messages and information that is to be inspiring and uplifting to others. They do give me a pen, makes me feel as if there is some writing, blogging, book, something for you to do. They do give me the opportunity to tell you that there is a lot of healing energy working through you and for you right now. You're going through some emotional healing and even some physical healing as well, Joanne. And in this time of transcendence, when I look into the energy of next year, 2021, there is an unconditional outpouring of love. Your heart center is completely open and transforming. And I see you working with people in groups, but it is for a mission and a purpose that is passionate for you, which serves to empower and inspire others. And because you are so talented, you have an ability to do it from a kind of methodical, analytical, grounded way, or a more creative, etheric way. You get to pick the expression of how it comes. Work with Archangel Raphael and work with Archangel Gabriel. They will be of greatest service to you during these next few months. If you can use this lockdown time and pandemic to lock yourself up and do some inner work of expression so that you can write out some ideas, you will put your foot upon the path and things will exponentially move forward. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here?
I like that word exponentially. It's like expedite and exponential all in one.
I don't know. I just say what I hear in my head, and sometimes my mouth can't keep up with the thoughts that are running through my brain. Who else do we have here?
I got Desiree. She's a Capricorn asking,
Oh, poor Capricorn.
should I follow my initial process thinking about myself?
Wait, hold on. I'm still on poor Capricorn. What a shit show it was for you at the end of last year. Like, I don't even know how you made it, girl. Well, here you are. Poor Capricorn. Oh, but that's okay. You like when things fall in order. So, okay, what's the question?
Should Desiree follow the initial process thinking about...
You see, I know she likes when things go in order. She needs a process, a procedure for every freaking thing you do here, Desiree. Oh my good, we gotta have fun here, guys, because you just can't make this pandemic up. Okay.
Does this process go? Does the thinking go for herself, or changing path and helping someone and risking her life and her family's life to save someone else's life?
I'm going to give you the process right here. No. You have to do what you need to do for yourself right now, and you have to follow the process. What happens to you often is you get sidetracked with other people's important missions and needs, and you forsake yours, because you're the one that people go to who they know have all the logical solutions and answers. Well, hashtag May 2020, you ain't doing that anymore. This is the time for you to stay on your path. And if people are meant to follow or grow along with you, great. If not, they will figure it out. Stay on your path and look after your flock. You are the shepherd of your flock. Lead them to safety and grow and tend and nurture to what you are creating. Get out of your head and stop trying to solve everyone else's problems. How's that for an answer, my dear? Poor, poor Capricorn. Okay, what do we got?
Next is Anita
Desiree
Joseph.
there? She's still there? Or did she hang up on us?
She might be in shock.
I'm in shock. It's like, oh, hell no. We're not going that way. What?
Next, I have Anita Joseph asking anything on my love life.
Anita Joseph. Actually, I feel much more successful love and love life really coming for you in 2021. Sorry. But I feel like this year is a really important year for you to be creative and learn your creative expression of self and work with that so that next year you attract the right partner who is in for the long haul. Everything and anyone else is just a frog passing by. So nothing on love life right now. 2021, February exact, opens up an opportunity. And you know, we've talked about your love life before, and we've seen things come to pass that we have predicted. So just play through the rest of this year and know that 2021 brings you a nice unified love, actually. Thank you. And I like that. Her birthday's the 21st, and in 2021, she's going to be realizing some really good love. So I like that. Who else do we have? How do we find out if someone's lying to you or fake? Girl, you ask the angels. You ask for divine truth. You ask that they show you the truth of what is to be. You ask the angels to give you the proof. And I actually have an Archangel Michael spray and or oil. Are you ready? Did anyone know that my Archangel Michael products have a truth serum in it? You spray that stuff, people tell on themselves. I just sit there and listen. I'm like, any minute now, yeah, they're going to tell on themselves. Yeah, wait for it. There we go. So you can find out by asking your angels to give you the inconsistencies. And if you have some specific question about a particular person, then I have a sense and a feeling that they are not being as transparent as you would like them to be, nor as transparent as you are. So that should give you a clue, my dear. So thank you so much for your question. So Helene, I'll let you load up your batteries so we can get that going here. I got like angel wings flying across the top of my sign over there or something, right? We got a lot going on here. So let's see who else we got here. Yes, thank you, Caitlin. The spray is powerful. The spray is really powerful. You're welcome, Anita Joseph. Everyone, when you're joining us, hey, let me know your question, your birthday, and please tell us where you're from. I love to know where people are from.
I got my batteries back in my microphone.
Good. Joanne says thank you. You're welcome, Joanne. We got some, let's see here. Dolores Lloyd, her nephew in Colorado has a beautiful baby boy. Congratulations. Hi, Maureen. Stephanie Johnson, hello. Steve Robinson, good to see you. You know, Steve Robinson, I gotta brag on you, Steve. So in 2009, I had my first radio show in May. May 13th, I think was that particular Wednesday, May 13th. And so it was 11 years ago, and Steve called into our radio show, and he's still calling 11 years later. And thank you, Steve, for following the show, following us on Facebook, and following the work that we do. And thank you for coming to some of our events, parties that we used to throw at the center, but now we're on lockdown. But we got a party coming up. So thank you, Steve, for following us. Good to have everybody here. Christina, good to see you, Christina. Who else do we have here? All right, what's your next question, Helena?
Oh my goodness, you're gonna like this one. You ready?
I gotta tell you, we got Brenda from Belfast here. Hey, Brenda, thank you for joining us. We got South Africa in the house. That's good, that's good.
How can I become closer to my angels and spirit guides? This one's from Joy Christina Wright.
How can you become closer? Well, take some SarahSpiritual classes is the first thing I'm going to tell you to do. But build a conversation with them. Build a connection. Just like we are all talking here, right now. That's how you begin your communication. You share with them what your thoughts are, what your fears are. You let them know what you want in your life. And you ask them to give you evidence that they hear you, they see you, that they're with you. You ask them, well, to show you love. And you start simple. You ask them for a little symbol, a little sign, a little something, whatever's important to you. Sometimes it could be as simple as a parking space right up front somewhere, or, I don't know, maybe we need to ask our angels to help us find toilet paper. I don't know. Something like that might work. If we all end up with toilet paper in our living rooms tomorrow morning, we know our angels heard us. But it's things like that that build a connection. And even though you may not always see the evidence, just know like you know that they hear you. This is part of your soul's mission. This is part of your soul story, Joy Christina Wright, that you would know that you're always connected. And then I do recommend, and we have these at my center, you get some angel cards. Because when you have angel cards, it's not that you have to use the cards to read someone else. Sometimes it's just good to know that the thought you have, just like when you have a pendulum, the thought you have, the answers you have, are being given to you by divine guidance. So anyone who wants to talk to their angels, you can write your angel a letter, put it in your drawer in your desk somewhere, and wait a few weeks and see what comes of that letter, see if anything happened. You can ask them to give you little evidential signs. And or you can always pull an angel card, and we're pulling an angel card for you, Joy Christina Wright, because that's what they told me to do. And release and surrender, your angels say. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you have been holding on to so tightly, and put them within our hands. Open your arms, open your heart, and know that we are with you, and accept our love and assistance. I think they answered you. See, imagine if every day everybody pulled a card, an angel card a day will keep the boogeyman away. So let's do it, people. Why are we all sitting there thinking we got to figure everything out in our heads? Because that would be like, well, I'm sorry, Capricorns like being a Capricorn. Like, we do not need to figure it all out. I know I got a whole bunch of other people do a lot of thinking in their head, but this is the time. Who else do we have?
Sun is so bright I can barely even see your face anymore.
I know, I feel like I'm getting a tan here.
You're definitely going to get some color.
I'm going to get some tan. Well, I haven't been outside because I've been on the phone talking to all you people. So, all right, what do we got?
I got Tamara saying, I'm confused on what career path to take. She asks, should I study?
That's a good question. And it's not a good thing to be confused, but this is the year that you define your career. It's a really important year to define what comes next for the second half of your career. And I want to tell you this, that I picked up all my angel cards because we use them for Joy Christina Wright. And as I was answering your question and saying, oh, it's a good time for you to focus on your career, and I was about to give you the answer, and then I looked down because one of the cards did not make it to the pack. And I'm taking that as your answer. Read the question out loud again, Helena, because we got an answer.
Should I study?
Should I study? And the answer is go for it. Your progression and positive expectations have been heard and answered. Go for it. This is the time to go for it. This is the time for you to make changes for yourself. And I feel like what I hear is that this course of study takes you to the next level, the next echelon, the next opportunity for financial wellness and a sense of accomplishment. So go for it, my dear. Thank you so much. Lord, we're going to have to get some shades for up there. This is the SarahSpiritual light show, I think, here today.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can even do. I wouldn't even have no
No, we don't have
sunshade.
anything. It's okay.
It's all good.
All good.
It's kind of adding to our aesthetic here. It's given our
me my
angelic
aura.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I rewatch us on YouTube, and when I watch you on the piano, I see your aura around you coming off of you when we do our
And you
piano
can actually
healings.
see the spirit come in and give me the information. It's
Yeah.
really cool. And it's because the backdrop, it's just the way it's just such a flat backdrop. It kind of picks up the energy.
Just enough of the light reflection
Yeah.
that we put. I love it.
Who do we
Lenora's
have?
asking
Yes.
next. She's been told she should put out her apple chicken salad for sale. She needs some guidance from the angels on her life here.
Apple chicken salad. I could do that. Okay. Leonora Weiss. She needs guidance on that. Well, let me say this to you. This is a year of expansion. Next year is creative marketing and expansion. And 2022 gives you a lot of connections. So to begin that process would be wonderful for you. And to brand it and go into select markets or direct end users, maybe a personal chicken salad service. I don't know, just saying. I'm sure you make more than just that. But if this is your talent and your gift, I want everyone to understand that there are people who've created hot sauces, barbecue sauces, tomato sauce, and they built entire companies on their ideas and their culinary flavors and skills. So I encourage you, the angels encourage you, they will support you. And this, Leonora Weiss, is the exact thing I'm talking about, that this pandemic is really going to create opportunities for people to take all their creative, flavorful juices and put them all together and create and put it out into the world, the things that you have come to do. And it can be from chicken salad, it could be writing a book, it could be a piece of music, it could be a piece of art, it could be the latest gadget that makes you the $1 million inventor. This is the time, people. All of this outer chatter, I'm not saying it doesn't have validity, and I'll never minimize what's going on and the horrific experiences that have gone on in our world. But this is the time to cut out the chatter and go within and create and be who you've come to be. That's your soul story. That's your soul purpose. Who else do we have here?
Next, I want to go to Vivian. Her margarita is asking, MK business, yay or nay?
Okay, Vivian. Vivian, darling, look who you're talking to. The girl who, what? Made a living on the MK? Absolutely. It was a 10-year experience, and I've got to tell you, I've had some great experiences, but I loved that experience. And although the way they do business in that company has changed, because the times have changed, it's not quite the same as when it was invented in 1963, but that business holds a lot of opportunity for you. And I feel like your personality and your gifts and your ability to read people and your desire to make people feel good about themselves is going to be very valuable. And when I look back to my time in MK, so that's Mary Kay Cosmetics, for those of you who want to know. So Mary Kay Cosmetics, when I look back at my time, one of the things I loved was making people look and feel better, feel pretty, and helping them transform. Is that not what I'm doing these years later? Exactly what I'm doing. And I'm even using color in some ways. And the funny thing is that I believe even then when I would help people with their makeup, I wouldn't even remember their name. I would remember the colors I put on them and where they sat at the table. Because even then I think I was having outer body of experiences of connecting to people. We're going to pull you, Vivian, 2 angel cards. But I say yes, this is a good thing to go. And I do want that mask, so I didn't get back to you. But yes, I do want to try that mask. That sounds like a really good thing to do. Reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately. It's time for you to give and receive. So it's time for you to reward yourself and focus on service. Your soul desires are joyfully to serve and to swim in this constant stream of bliss. I'm going to tell you to go for this. This is going to be good, and I got all the dialogues to help you. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you back on. I know normally you would be at baseball with your son, but that's on hold, so I use this all as an opportunity for us to reconnect. Normally on this Sunday, many of us would be out and about doing things, maybe at a bar having a drink, or at the beach, or boating, or doing things with our families. And we might be doing things with families, but we can't quite do them the same right now, so enjoying and using this for our highest good and the best. Who else has a question for us, Helena?
Next, I have Jill Powell asking for some advice about her spiritual gifts.
First of all, Jill, by the way, your birthday's on the Saint Day celebrated of John the Baptist. Just saying, I also see your birthday as the month and the day being a number that's going to come. I don't know what part of the country you are in or what country you're in exactly, but I want you, if you have a game of lottery, game of chance, I want you to play your birthday, the month and the day, because I feel like that will be most rewarding to you. It is due to come up. It usually comes in June, but different areas populated, and I just saw that number recently, and I said, oh, it must be time to play that number again. So I think it would be a good number for you to play. And she wants advice for her spiritual gifts. So first thing they make me aware of is color, crystals, energy. You're an energy worker, an energy transmuter. You transmute energy. I see healing energy with you. I also see a lot of wisdom. They tell me you're a wisdom keeper. I see herbs and healing. So I also see the presence of an Indian spirit guide stands beside you. This is a medicine woman. This medicine woman brings you a bowl of herbs that are used for medicinal healing. I also feel as if there's some digestive things that you need to work on in the healing for yourself. And there are some herbs that will be of benefit to you. So tuning into your healing abilities and translating that in a way to heal self and help others. I see you working with crystals. I see you working with herbs. I see you working with oils. And I see you working with energy. Run with that, girl. That's quite a bit on your plate. You'll be great with that. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Cindy Higgins.
Cindy Higgins. What do we got for Cindy?
She's been praying to meet the right person and is trying hard to have faith and not give up. She is a Pisces fish.
Oh, yeah. Girl.
What do we got for Cindy?
Cindy Higgins. Cindy Higgins, I'm taking out my love cards, but I just want to tell you this. Hang on a little longer. I feel like, and I got to go back. I have to go back to 2011, 2012. I know. Memories, like the corners of your mind, misty watercolor, memories of the way we were. Cindy, I feel like there's still some healing and wound that is not allowing you to attract the right partner. I would suggest some work on a soul level, particularly soul integration, to heal some fragmented parts that are actually preceding your adult life, something from the inner work with yourself as a child. But I feel like whatever was going on in 2011 into 12 in that ballpark time, we went through some bumps in that time, and we haven't really kind of come back settled from that. But this is why I'm going to tell you, hang on, Miss 222, which is another good number. You know, a year ago today in South Florida, 444 came. I'm just saying, I just know this stuff. It's all in my head. It's very crowded in there, people. But anyhow, 222, that's another good number to play. I know in some other states they had triple numbers. So Cindy, I feel like If you can hang on to, I know you waited this long, so work with me, girl, work with me. Come with me to the end of 2020. Come with me, fast forward. I spy with my SarahSpiritual eye. I feel like you meet someone, there's a connection, things begin to grow. I feel like you feel settled or connected in relationship in March of I know it's a year, I know, don't shoot the messenger. March of 2021, but the end of this year it starts. Oh, this is a card I pulled for you. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. And here, your other love card. Oh, sugar. Don't rush. Allow nature to take its course. Wait. Girl, you're going to have to wait for it. It's coming. Don't give up hope. Don't give up on us, baby. It's coming. It is coming, honey. I feel like, I'm feeling with all this light coming in my eyes, Jesus is coming any minute. Like, Jesus, is that you? I'm like, what is going on? I got the Holy Spirit, I got Jesus, I got angels. Oh, Lord. They're all coming now. As long as they don't take me right here, we're good. So, if I'm part of the 144,000, I'll just disappear right about now. That'll be it for me. Bye. SarahSpiritual out. Drop the mic. Jesus came. Okay, where are we going? Just kidding. Just got to have some fun here, honey.
We're going to New Zealand. We got Riet.
Oh, New Zealand.
I hope I'm saying that right, Riet. Asking, what should I do about my career and new business I want to start? Looks like she's debating partnership with this business.
I would like to know who that partner is. I would like their birthday if you know that, but let me tell you this. The one thing I know about you is this partner's got to be able to keep up with you, work as hard as you. You don't like slackers. It would be good to have a partner because it shares the workload, but if you don't pick the right partner, it's going to make it more frustrating. The new business needs to revamp a bit. I think there's a concept that needs to shift. This partner's got to speak the same language, and you need to have a clear contract if you go with this path, Riet, because this partner may not, the person you have in mind may not measure up to your standards. Do we have their birthday? Do we have a birthday for that partner? Okay. But check that partner. I don't know that you need a partner unless there's a financial reason you're using the partner, but I feel like there's something else coming for you if you just trust. If you just trust a little bit, your business will trump your career if you play your cards right. That's what they tell me. But make sure that if you have any legal agreement with a partner, that it's the right partner, and nobody signed anything. This Mercury retrograde going to be one for the books. June 15th, Mercury goes retrograde. It's like another pandemic all over again. So, but not literally. It's just going to be a real bumpy run, and we've got some eclipses coming up in the summer. It's just, we're going to be put to the mat and tested, everyone, so that we weed out everything that's no longer a part of us and really step into our own personal growth. So thank you, Retta Stevens. Welcome. I think it's the first time we've answered one of your questions, so thank you for joining us here. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Denise General. She would like to know if she has any spiritual gifts. She's from the Six Nations. Okay.
You do, Denise. And also, you know what? I need to get to Constantina in Athens, Greece. I don't want to forget Constantina, okay? Because they already gave me that answer, and it's in my head still. So, okay. So here's what I've got for you, Miss Denise General. Denise General. Wow. Okay. Spiritual gift. Gift of communication. I also see, it's almost like you read, a lot of things talk to you, Denise. Animals talk to you, plants talk to you. Spirit guides talk to you. I see the fairies around you. You have the gift in your dreams. Your spirit guides talk to you in the dream state. You've been doing a lot of up-leveling in your spiritual energy. And I see the gift of intuition with you and the gift of wisdom. You always know the wise thing to say to people. You're really steadfast, heartfelt, connected to people. So I'm going to say you have the gift of intuition and you have the gift of discernment. You can discern things with people, even discern things with animals, plant life. There's a lot of flow around you. I don't even know where. She's from the 6 nations. A lot of heavy spiritual connections to ancestry as well. So I feel like you've got a strong lineage of your ancestry, which is also very spiritual as well. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with us. Strong connections. Pay attention, look for fairies, talk to the animal planet, and follow your intuition and share your wise words of intuition with people. It's going to take you far. Who else do we have?
I got Constantina for you. You read,
yes.
read my mind there.
Okay. I wonder how that happens, Elena. Constantina.
How can she get more inspiration, and will she succeed if she tries to publish books for kids, some fairy tales?
You get more inspiration by sitting still, breathing, asking to be open to the universal information of inspiration, harmony. Open yourself up and say, I am open to the oneness of the divine universal force and flow that fuels the entire universe. I am the conduit of that divine energy. I am inspired by the greatness that is within the universe, and I am open, receptive to hear the words and the voices of the angels, the guides, the fairies, the seraphims, the ascended master teachings. I'm open in the creative way to create the energy of fairy tales, to inspire others and get them to look outside circumstances and conditions, and to teach through the visualization and inspiration and characterization of things that seem fairy-like, but in the end have the moral of the story and the learning lesson. This is something that you've come to do. You will most certainly be successful. I encourage you to start writing and publishing immediately. I feel like if you put your pedal to the metal and you just open up, you can have a fairy tale written and complete by the end of this year. No pressure, girl, but that's what I see. Thank you, Constantina, for connecting with us from Athens, Greece. Thank you so much. Hope you're still on with us, too. Is she still part? Let me know if you got that message. And as we give you these messages, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you got the message, that you were here. I know sometimes that's the 1 minute. Someone went running to get a beverage, and you're like, I missed my message. So then you otherwise have to go back and see what else is going on. Who else do we have here?
You can always scroll back in the feed, too, while we're live. There's live rewind, and then you can pop back into
There's live rewind. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
That's because I'm sitting on this end of the table. That's why.
You can always scroll back to your message and pop back into the live. Next, we have Anika asking about moving to Maine. She wants to know if that'll work out for her financially and emotionally.
Well, hopefully you like it a little chilly, Anika, because it's cold outside, but that's all I'm going to tell you. But let me see here. So if you're moving to Maine after July of 2020, I really hope you either are moving now or after July of 2020. That's step one. Emotionally, I feel like we are connecting with someone or other people that we know there. Financially, it can be better for you. But they're saying this to me, so I just want you to hear what they're going to say, and it's for your reflection. Anika, be careful that you're moving not because you're running, but because you're going with open receptivity to the possibilities, and that you're really open for the change for you. Don't be running, go for you. As long as you're going for you, because you want the possibilities, regardless of what the outcomes are, you will always be fine, you will always be emotionally sound, and you will always be financially well. Thank you so much, Anika, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Brenda Shanke.
Okay, Brenda.
Asking, will I move houses successfully?
You move, and Brenda, you like adventure too, so this is an important time for you. And you couldn't pick a better time to kind of close out a chapter and start a new one. And I feel like 2021 is going to be a powerful year for you. We wiped the slate clean at the end of 2020, and 2021 gives you a new foundation, new platform, new opportunities. And I see a lot of advancement in career and business, public persona. I see you out in the public a lot more, and that will be 2021 and 2022. So whatever you've got planned, there's a lot of good positive things coming. Good vibes around this move. It'll be successful, maybe a little stressful, but it'll be successful. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Tina Calloway asking, how can we best let go of control and specific outcomes so we can allow the divine to manifest all that we could ever imagine for ourselves and beyond what we could ever imagine in general? What path is my life mission?
Well, that's a mouthful. I'm definitely going to take the first part of that question for you, Tina Calloway, and simply say this, and I feel like you're speaking for yourself and for others. And understand that we are allowed to have, we're given our gift of free will, right? So free will gives you the opportunity to create what you desire. And through preference, we can project to the universe the vision, the outcome of what it is we desire in our life. And sometimes because we become so set in it has to be this way, I call it the spoiled brat baby syndrome. We pinch the energy off and we become like almost controlling of the situation, and we don't allow it to come. So how do we break that cycle? That cycle is always rooted in fear, abandonment. It is always rooted in the insecurity of not being safe or okay. So we have to allow the universe. So when you talk to the universe, when you talk to your angels, when you talk to God, when you talk to yourself, your higher self, you say, in this moment of now, my desire is this. I am open and receptive to possibilities that exceed my expectations, because I know that the universe always has the highest outcome vision for me. So I give you, universe, permission. You got to give them permission to orchestrate this in the most magnificent, harmonious, beautiful way. And I am open and receptive to allow those shifts in the vision. My heart desires this. I am open for this and better. And by having this and better, they will give you the best possible version. And if for some reason we cannot have what we want because it is really far off from the path of what is meant for us, you will have such a sense of peace and resolution that you would never ever again want to control an outcome. You would just let it be. And I'm going to tell you, Tina Calloway, that this is exactly an underlying method that the angels and the guides are using in this moment when we have no control over anything, to teach us to envision life as we desire to be and trust that it will be, and it will be restored to an even better version, and just allow them to be by our side. So thank you so much, Tina Calloway, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Michelle V asking, should I forgive him or move on?
Well, let's see. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This individual is not lined up for the type of relationship that you desire. I don't know that it has to do with forgiving as much as it has to do with seeing him for who he is. This is a very transformative time for this person. They are trying to find themselves. That's not an excuse for behavior, but they are definitely trying to find themselves. Of course, forgive them, but don't allow them to manipulate things any longer. So you forgive and you hold your boundaries of what is acceptable for you. And I have a feeling that they're not ready to meet your expectations. But definitely forgive them and watch the show. And if they can rise above their own insecurities and need for attention, you will get a result that would be favorable. But the work is all on them, and you have to sustain your boundary, because then fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right? So we want to watch that. Forgive him, live your life, and let him show you who he is. And if it doesn't match what your desire is, walk on by. If you see me walking down the street, walk on by. All right, who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Billy McMillan asking, will I be able to buy a home soon?
Billy McMillan. Well, Billy, I don't know what your definition of soon is, but if soon is in the next 9 to 16 months, then yes. I don't know what your definition of soon is, but I have to kind of bring you towards the end of this year. October opens the window, actually. But I see 9 to 16 months. So yes, you will be able to, as long as you're patient and you wait for it. Wait for the right deal. Then you're going to get something. You're going to get something really good. So thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Next, I have Marcy Smith asking, do you see anything coming for me in love or career?
Marcy Smith. Let's see here. This is actually supposed to be a good time for love for you, Marcy Smith. This 2020. And for career, you have to assume a position of leadership. That's really important for you. A position that puts you in the power of leadership. Let's see, Marcy Smith. We're going to pull a card for you. Wow. I don't even know what to make of that one. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Time to move forward. Well, the card I pulled is the 7 Deadly Sins. So that tells me, Marcy, don't get caught up in the ways of the world. Do everything with your heart, including love and career. Do not bow down to anyone else's energy. I see you moving forward, and I also see opportunities going to knock for career, so go for it. Love is also supposed to be a powerful time for you this year. Everyone, we want you to start to ramp up. Give me a word, give me a phrase, because this is when we get really creative. We're going to take these messages to a new level. We're going to connect with all of you, and we're going to engage. You're going to give us 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere, because in these 2 minutes, we're going to ramp up and shift everything. And now that the sun's going away, we are going to go in a whole different direction, and we are still giving you messages. I want to see a word. I want to see a phrase. I want to see something you want me to create. We are going to go with the angels. Stay with us, everyone. We're going to be back in 2 and 2, as they say. Thank you so much. Stay with us.
Sun begins to set and close out the day, and the moon begins to rise. It says hello the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and nowhere there to go. They're just cruising by, singing a song or two for you and I. The ocean meets the sand and whispers to it too, come dance with me and lose yourself deep in the sea. Oh, the world, it works so beautifully together. Oh, the world, it seems in harmony. Why can't you and I live together in harmony? The butterfly emerges from deep within the cocoon. It was hiding for a while, getting ready to show its beauty and change. The winds begin to blow and dance with the trees and twirl the leaves around as they dance in the sunlight. The rain, it begins to fall and everything washes off, all shiny and new, just like me and you. When we were once born, the world is there together as one. The world is there together in harmony. Why can't we live together and understand who we are? Why do wars make us better when we feel like we are hurt? Why can't we love one another and give it all a chance to dance? The world, it flows so beautifully. It dances with the planets and the stars light the way. And the universe says, you are one with me. Why can't we learn to live together as one? Why can't we learn to love everyone? Oh, the world is in harmony if we follow the sun and moon and stars in the universe and dance as one in harmony. In harmony, you and me, we are one. journey. You may not know where you should go, but every soul knows the story. Only time will tell you where you should go. Only time will tell you who you Everyone has some pain. Everyone shed some tears. But there's nothing that happens in this life that isn't meant to touch your soul. Everyone has their story. Every soul knows the way it should be. Every soul knows the journey to see. Everyone lives perfectly. Everyone has their story, but live from your soul, and you will be home. Everyone has a story, and it's time to let go of the stories. It's time to live with your soul. Live in the heart of you. Live in the meaning of your life. We're here to create for all of you. We're here to shift the energy and to help you, well, recognize who you've come to be. And so this is where you get to help me. You get to, well, give us a word, give us a phrase. And just like I just sat down in spirit, encapsulated everything we talked about right there at that table on the other side of the room. Now they're going to give you some words, some music, to touch your soul and to inspire you to live your soul purpose, to come be who you've come to be. So what we'd like for you to do is give us the word, the phrase. Helena's going to read them out. When spirit pops in and says, that's the one, SarahSpiritual, and you can even ask your question, but it's got to be like, what do I do when I'm at this crossroad? It's a question that I can answer in a song, and then we're going to give it to you. So let's see what the angels and the guides have. So we're going to just start. Helena, what do you got for me?
Angels of Love is the first one I see.
What else we got?
I am the harmony of my true being.
Well, that sounds like something I wrote already. But yeah.
Unconditional love. And beyond the wing.
Give me another one.
Someone's thinking about their mom.
Their
Got
mom.
Yep, the word beautiful.
Ooh, we're going to go to Mother's Day's coming, right? Let's go for that. A mother's love from up above, a mother's love from the heavens. It's not a same as when you were here, but at least I know you're in heaven, watching me, watching us, a mother's love, a mother's love from heaven, a mother's love. There we go.
Marlena Crow's asking, are my loved ones proud of the person I am today, and do they miss me? I think we can all kind of wonder.
We can all wonder that one, yeah. What else do we have? Let's see.
Got the words, feeling you. Faith, no fear.
What else?
Master glowing. Wiping the slate clean in quarantine.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, that sounds like a commercial jingle here for paper towels and toilet paper. That's what we're doing. All right, what do we got? Keep going.
Love can build a bridge.
Oh, okay. See, I can do that. When I'm lost and I don't know where to go, I look inside, you know, I look in my heart when I am lost and I feel hurt. I know when answer comes, when I need to know, and love is my bridge, love is my foundation, love is my strength, my whole of me. Love is my way, love is my answer, the bridge when I don't know how I will go. Love is my bridge. Love is my answer. What else we got?
We got no pain. You lead my path. I'll follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Healing and prosperity. And where to go now?
Give me those again.
Sure. No pain. You lead my path. I'll follow you. Healing and prosperity. And where to go now?
You lead my path, and I'll follow you. You light the way I'm to go. You lead my way, and I'll follow you. You open doors I can go through. I know that I don't always have the answers, but if you hold my hand and let me know which way to go, I'll follow you. Oh, I'll follow you. I'll follow you through. What else do we have?
Next we have happiness,
What
love,
else?
and beauty. Let's see, light the way. Looks like we want a SarahSpiritual rendition of Alleluia.
Well, that I can't quite play, but I can sing it for you without that. But if that's what you want, I can always do that.
I like this from Sharon. It says, I am experiencing my true integrity.
Ooh, let's see. Give me more. We're somewhere.
Musical prayer.
I knew we were going to get somewhere. feelings hurt, but somewhere inside of me I feel somewhere inside of me I know there's a prayer in my heart. There's a prayer in my soul, and every prayer that I pray I know is just an answer away. There's a prayer, there's a prayer. Every prayer is prayed and heard, especially the ones in your heart. Especially the ones in your heart. What else do we have here for us?
Can't believe you're asking for more after that one. We got I see you through the light,
What else?
touching my heart, remembering you. Some more alleluias.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care so much now, do ya? Yeah.
Allow the space for magic and create.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
Amazing grace.
Well, that we don't need piano for.
Missing you a lot was another one.
It's late at night and I'm missing you. I don't know if I can sleep. I hope that you think of me, 'cause I'm missing you, 'cause you're not with me. I think of you through my day. I wish that you would wipe my tears away. Oh, I know that I may not be near you, but I need to know that you miss me, 'cause I'm missing you. I'm missing you with all my heart and soul.
Praising everyone.
Praising everyone. What else we got?
I'm waiting for some more to come in here.
I know we're going to do a healing in a minute, but how's everybody doing here?
Looks like we're a little slow on phrases.
Low on phrases.
Oh, here we go. Christ is alive in all of us. Angels of love and forgiveness.
Give me another one.
This is what's true.
Angels of forgiveness, hold my heart. Angels of forgiveness, love me now. Angels of forgiveness, heal our world. Write the words of everyone across the world. Angels of forgiveness, hold our hands. Angels of forgiveness, heal our world. I think we're ready for some healing, everyone. Let's see what healing we can do for all of you. If you know someone who needs healing, share the page. Let me know you're in. Say, I am. And here we go. I do with love and light. I hope you do too. I am the vision of light from up above. Everything I am comes from love. light. I am peace. I am healed. I am that I am. Remember that you have the power within you to do anything. Hold the vision of what you desire. Trust that God is with us and that all things will come together and you will be fine. Believe in the power of I am. I do hope you continue to follow us here on SarahSpiritual. Follow the page, share the experience. Join me Monday for our Power of Prayers class. Pop in on Thursday for our emotional full moon release celebration and ceremony. I do hope you follow us. Thank you. God bless you. Good night. Stay well. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Where